Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham, North Carolina's online community paper. And as you know, things are kind of slow. Everything is pretty much slowed down. But there's still a couple of things that I can announce and call this first part of the show Bull City Notes. So I can tell you what's happening here in the Bull City. This is actually going to be happening to, well, first let me read this first thing about the Community Health Coalition, and then I'll tell you about tomorrow. Okay, so you can go to the health page of the Durham Skywriter, that's durhamskywriter.com, and then you can scroll down and you can actually check out the Community Health Coalition's current newsletter. You can actually click on it on the health page and read it right there within the Durham Skywriter. That's a really cool feature of Weebly. That's the app that I use, or rather the platform. Now, April's focus is on minority health and COVID-19 awareness. So be sure to check that out. Really important news and information there. And as you know, the entire issue of the Durham Skywriter is dedicated to information related to the coronavirus crisis, full of helpful information throughout the different pages, also updates, pages including the cover story, the health page, the kids page, which is called Zoom, the praise page, legalese page, which includes political information, and of course, the Let's Go calendar of events. Now, 2 items for tomorrow. The South Durham Farmers Market is from 10 until noon. Yes, there's still an operation over there on Highway 55 and Sedgwick. But here's the thing. They're going to be practicing safe distancing. They want you to be very careful, still wear your mask, and they know you're going to have cabin fever. I know people are going to head out there because we're really sick of being stuck inside, most of us anyway. So a lot of you are going to head out to the South Durham Farmers Market again from 10 until noon tomorrow. But like I said, be sure to wear your face mask and to practice social distancing. Also tomorrow, the Durham Farmers Market in downtown Durham, that's in Durham Central Park, they are closed all month, but many farmers are still arranging for delivery and or pickup. Some are even opening roadside stands, which is really cool. I love those. So what you can do is to go to the link on the Let's Go page. That's the calendar of events page in the Durham Skywriter. So click on the link, and then you can read the profiles of each farmer, see what they have to offer. And then you can also get ways to get in contact with them. And like I said, they will deliver. Some will ask you to pick up. And again, some are also opening roadside stands, which I think is super, super cool. The weather report, while I wait for people to join me, the weather report is 54 right now. It's partly sunny. Actually, I see a couple of clouds. Yeah, there's a couple of clouds out there. So it is 54 degrees. It's going up to 57. That's not too bad. I got kind of spoiled there for a couple of days. But anyway, tomorrow is going to be 66 and sunny. And then I think it's going to, let me check. I think it's going to be, is it going to be warmer or cooler tomorrow? Let me check real quick. Check my little weather app. Why isn't it working? Oh, this is weird. This is really weird. Oh, there it is. Okay. So tomorrow, 66. Sunday, 69 and cloudy. Monday, it's going to, thunderstorms. Ooh. But at least it's going to be 78, so that's cool. It's going to be stormy on Monday, and then 64 and sunny on Tuesday. That's not too bad. Down to 53 and rainy on Wednesday. Yeah. Sunny, 64 Thursday. Sunny Friday, 69. Saturday, 64. Sunday, 71. Okay. That's pretty cool. So I'm just waiting for people to join me. I think Cayenne was going to join me. Let me make sure that I add this link to the chat. If you are watching, let's see, I just added the link. So you can actually click on that. And if you're worried about being seen right away, you will not. You will end up in the green room. And then when I see you, then I will click, and then you will join us on the show. So I hope that Cayenne does come through. I think Barb said she was going to come through as well. So if you'd like to join me, basically we're just hanging out. Usually Bull City Notes I kind of rush through because I know you're at work, and I try to take up only 5 to 10 minutes of your time. Very conscious of your time. But now that many of us are stuck at home, uh, I just figure let's hang out. A lot of us are. In fact, one person on Facebook said he's really, really suffering because he's not used to being at home. And I suggested that he meet with friends and family online, the way I'm talking to you now. A lot of people aren't aware of these platforms. Let me tell you about StreamYard real quick. So this is StreamYard. You can go to streamyard.com. Unlike most of the other platforms out there, you don't have to download anything. It's browser based. So you sign up. I paid for the pro package so that I could have my logos on the screen. Otherwise, you can just go for free and use their logo. It'll say StreamYard in the corner where it says Durham Skywriter. It'll say StreamYard. And I think they limit you time-wise now with the free version, but that's okay because you can see what it's like. And if you like it, then you can pay for the pro if you want to be like me and use it every day or every other day. So the way it works, so you sign up and then you go to like I said, StreamYard.com, you sign up and then you enter the green room and then you can click and bring yourself on screen. Now, some people do what I'm doing and they just talk to the audience and just hope that you're heard, okay, and seen. Some people, like hopefully what will happen today, will be joined by others, and you can have up to 6 people. Now, I clicked on the start broadcast button, which means you can see me talking to you now. You can actually use StreamYard for business meetings. Like I said, you can have as many people as you want in the audience watching, but 6 people on camera at the same time. So you can have little family reunions. You can check with your kids. Like I said, business meetings, different offices, like maybe the Washington, D.C. office, the New York office. You can, as long as you don't click on start broadcast, you can talk and see yourselves face to face. It's really wonderful. You can do it for free to begin with. Hey, Barb is here. So let me see what Barb's talking about. So, it's Good Friday. Yes. Happy Good Friday. And I think this is the second day of Passover, I think. I'm not sure. I think it is. And Ramadan starts in a couple of weeks. In fact, let's see. Today is the 10th and Ramadan's, 2 weeks from now. It starts on the 24th. Okay. There you go. And that's going to be kind of awkward too, because I know that a lot of times after a whole day of fasting, you run out to your local Chinese restaurant. Usually that's the only restaurants that are open late. But then you see all the Muslims at the Chinese restaurant. It's pretty cool. So let's see if Barbara's ready to join. Sweet tea brought to you by Chicken Hut here in Durham. Delicious. I was going to say, you might have a refrigerator full of food like I do. But after this crisis is over, are you sure that your favorite restaurant is still going to be in business? If you're worried about it like I am, then I suggest that you give them your business every now and then. You might not want to grab food every day because it can get expensive. But it doesn't hurt to every now and then go to your favorite restaurant. And very often you can go in and just pick up. You can't eat there, of course. Some offer delivery. And in fact, see which page is it? I think it's on the cover story page, the Durham Skywriter. I list the restaurants that are still, and the businesses that are still open at Northgate Mall and also South Point, streets at South Point. Oh, Barb, the link is right there. Yeah, the link is right. It's Crystal from Warren. Oh my God.
Hey.
Crystal, you made it. How are you?
I'm good. Let's see how long this Wi-Fi connection lasts.
Right. Yeah, you're having a hard time there in Warren County. Tell us who you are, Crystal.
Okay. Well, me. Slide this back on. My name is Crystal. I'm from Warren County, which is about an hour, some change away from Durham. I am the owner of Absolutely Crystal, which is a PR and marketing agency, and I also run Warrenest.com, which right now is on hold, but I'm getting ready to bring it back real soon.
Okay, and that's an online. It's like the Durham Skywriter, right? It's like an online news outlet.
Well, I wouldn't say news exactly, but I cover events, which
Events.
of course,
Okay.
as of right now, there aren't any, but I'm looking to change that real soon.
Okay. And
Hmm.
you are in Warrenton, North Carolina, in Warren County.
Correct.
So, did you want to throw out any shout outs to any of the local businesses? I'm hoping that they're still open there in Warrenton.
Not a lot. There are some restaurants who have converted to a curbside service.
Okay.
Um, and let me see, let me just off the top of my head. Rachel's Whistle Stop, um, Robinson Ferry, Drip Coffee. Let me see what else. Burger Barn, Hardware Cafe.
Oh, I
Right.
ate there.
Yeah, good,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It
Yeah,
was very
we know about food in Warren County.
I guess so. So I thought it was a small town, but then you just mentioned all those eateries.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them, and I sincerely apologize for any that I've missed at the moment. There's a lot of them. We're doing pretty good, fortunately. We just implemented a curfew. It started last night.
An
So
actual curfew.
yes, yes. From 9 p.m. to 6 in the morning, they better not catch you out unless it's essential. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds really serious. So someone must have come down with coronavirus in Warren County then.
Well, they've had three confirmed cases.
Okay.
So I believe they said they've tested maybe about 40, but
Okay.
only three confirmed cases. And so we're hoping that everyone is staying home
Yeah.
and let's get this thing over with ASAP.
Yeah. Everybody's ready for this to be over now. I mean, it was an adventure at first and actually an
Mhm.
ordeal for a lot of people. I really feel so sorry for people who, I think when they're saying that they're laid off, I hope that means what some people call furlough,
Mhm.
where when things start back up, hopefully you'll be back in business.
Mhm.
Because back home, when people say layoff, that means forever. But
Right.
I hope that's not what it means in this case. I do hope it means more like on furlough,
Mhm. Yeah. Let's
because that's
hope.
still
Yeah.
people are really having trouble with their rents and the kids and the school homeschooling and the mortgages. And we're looking forward to getting these checks. They say next week, maybe.
We'll see.
Well, definitely. I'll
We'll
believe it when
see.
I see it. But I really hope.
Mhm.
I actually contributed to a fund, the Durham, oh, shoot. They're going to kill me for forgetting their name. Community Land Trust. Right. Durham Community Land Trust. They have a fund online to help people keep up with their rent because a lot of people, again, have been laid off and they are in dire need. You don't want people to lose their homes and apartments.
Right.
I mean,
Mhm.
we're all in trouble. So I contributed to that, and I suggest that you check out their website. And if you know of anything like that, Crystal, you can be sure to, you can even list it in the notes after the
Mhm.
show, even after the show, after we're done here. And in
Okay.
fact, any of you watching, if you know of any um, funds, any ways that we can help our neighbors, if you know of any restaurants or businesses that are open that are not listed in the Skywriter that I forgot about or neglected or just didn't know about, just let me
Mhm.
know because I update the Skywriter every single day. That's my job. They say you shouldn't mix your job and your life, but it's my job and my life.
Right, right. And when you have a passion for it, I mean, yeah. So,
Exactly, exactly.
hmm.
So that's what's
Yep.
happening in Warren County. In fact, Warren County. Okay, what's the biggest city in Warren County? Is it Warrenton?
Warrenton, well, are you talking population or just
Yeah,
area?
yeah, yeah. Population.
Population? Hmm. That's a very good question. Because if you include, because the three towns are, yeah, the three towns are Warrenton, Norlina, and Macon, but there's a lot of little towns,
Okay.
amongst that. So, um, that's a very good question. I would say Norlina. It's smaller, but it's a lot more dense. I could be wrong there. But to go back to what you were saying before about funds, I definitely want to mention On Main, which is a restaurant. They actually had to close. But right
Oh,
now they set up a GoFundMe for their employees.
okay, good,
So if
good.
you could do a Facebook search for On Main, Southern Eatery and Venue. So I'm sure they would love the support.
Okay. And
Hmm.
they're in downtown Warrenton, right?
Yes, right on Main Street.
Okay, on
Hmm.
Main. So it's on Main Southern
Eatery and Venue.
Eatery and Venue. Definitely want to help them out. It is so rough. There's another fund. I don't know. I need to find out about it because people are realizing that supposedly we're all going to get these checks, but of
Hmm.
course the undocumented people will not get checks. And
Right.
some people are like, well, who cares about them? Well, they're our neighbors. That's why we care. That's
Hmm.
why some of us care.
Hmm.
So there are funds
Still part of the
to
community.
help them. Yeah. So
Hmm.
I will find out, and I will definitely put that in the Durham Skywriter as well. So
Awesome. Okay.
yeah, because we're all trying to make it. That's how we're trying.
True.
We're all just trying to live. That's what we're
Hmm.
trying to do.
Yep.
Oh, Barb says, and Barb lives in Oregon. She says the 2017 population for Warren County was, this can't be right, 19,883 for the whole county?
Oh, for Warren County, yes.
Bless your
Yes.
heart.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
God, that's so little. Wow. Now, just as a case of point, when I was, and Barb, be sure to join us if you can. Um, I grew up in Chicago, and my original neighborhood, the neighborhood I was born in, Woodlawn. Um, by the time, I was born there, then I grew up in Chatham, and then I moved back to Woodlawn right before moving here. And it was a low income area by then and had been suffering from all kinds of, anyway, huge population loss. 26,000 people lived in just that one community, that one
That's
Southside community of Woodlawn.
that's our whole county.
26,000. And at the time of my birth, when Woodlawn was popping, I
Mhm.
think it had 95,000.
Wow.
And that's just one. And Woodlawn, in my opinion, it's got to be the smallest. Well, maybe it's not, but to me, it's got to be one of the smallest communities in Chicago because you can almost walk from one end to the other.
Wow.
Oh, Barb's going to join us. She has this. Oh, here's where to keep track. So she has a census link for Warren County. Did you know about
Yes.
that link?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, cool. Now Barb is like OG when it comes to computers and online and technology. She was in there from the very, very beginning. And and I'm going to introduce her in a second because she just arrived in the green room.
Okay.
She she has this software. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Let's just bring her on. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Hi.
Hilarious.
Barb,
Once a year, I get to bring my bunny out.
this is
Cool.
wild.
Right. I'm sorry I didn't
Hi,
have my.
Barb.
It's good to see you. And
Absolutely.
and I missed the part, Crystal, when you introduced yourself. Are you an entrepreneur, business owner?
Yes. Yes. I run a PR and marketing agency. Hmm.
Awesome in North Carolina. Do you
Correct. I
know?
work with, I'm sorry, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Have you, because Patricia and I have been connected for quite a while now, and we share a lot of mutual friends. Have you ever heard of Jed Record?
Of
He's
who?
Jed Record, Record. He's He's in North Carolina.
No.
Yeah. He actually does. He's an instructor up there, but I think isn't a lot of his coursework digital marketing? If you remember, Patricia.
I remember him, and I honestly cannot remember what field he's in terms of his teaching. But I do remember him. I used to see him online a lot.
Yeah.
I think he was on Periscope.
Right, and we met him on Blab. We all connected with him on Blab, but the reason he had a lot of the younger folks in North Carolina following him because he was teaching marketing, is what I recall.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's awesome that you've chosen that career path. I've been in marketing. I actually bill myself as a strategic business consultant, but marketing at the core, since the 70s. So
wow.
long before you were thought of.
What Crystal didn't mention is that she also does something called Warrenist, which is warrenist.com, which is an online event news. Oregon.
Just cover the
events in North Carolina.
In Warren County.
In Warren County.
Right. I created it because we are a small area. So many people were saying, "Oh, there's nothing to do here. If you want to do something, you go to Raleigh, you go to Durham, you go other places." And I used to feel the same way until I just started searching. And there was so much going on. There was things going on at Warren County Memorial Library. There were things going on, churches, and just these business workshops and all this stuff going on. And so I created this platform to say, hey, you guys, look, we do have a lot of stuff going on. And so things have slowed down, obviously for obvious reasons. And also while I was at these events, I would take photos, I would take video, I would upload them. And I was like, see, there are things going on, it's just, I had to really search for them, so that's where the whole marketing came into play. So
I'm glad you mentioned the videos because you have a really nice YouTube channel. I've seen your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're nice. So Barb, what is this software called? It's so, because I've seen you in different personas.
Right. There's a wide variety of personas you can come on as, but I was involved in the crowdfunding campaign way back when it first got started. And what happens is that each time you use it, the software is calibrating. It's actually using the camera to calibrate your movements to their avatar. And so if you don't use it for a while, it takes a while, use to actually kick in. And so this is my first time to use my bunny in a year. and so it's likely to get interesting depending on how long I stay here.
Wow, it's so cool.
I smile a lot, and I noticed that my avatar was trying to smile and was having a tough time doing it. Like, you can tell from my voice, I'm smiling, and look how it's stressing it out.
But I guess, like you said, it's calibrating. It's really interesting. Yeah. That's interesting technology.
So the more you use it, the more it's in tune with your actions. And they actually have, a full body. You can do an entire body versus just a head, that type of thing. So they've come a long way. There's a phone app as well. So, and you've seen me sometimes come on with the phone and doing that, but that's separate. And so, and there's also an entrepreneurial opportunity in creating these avatars for that company. As it's all through, it's a very, you'll have to forgive me on that. You'll have to go to facerig.com to learn about it, but
facerig.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
facerig.com. Yeah.
I'm actually going to write that down.
but it's been around a long time. But I just wasn't, for me to come on as, Patricia can tell you, I have lots of cameras and lots of different software for the different applications that I have for sharing stories via video and audio. And
Was it, Barb, was it you, or maybe it was somebody else, said that software like this has been used to help people who have been abused? They're telling their stories, but I don't know if they're afraid of showing their faces, or they just feel more comfortable being on camera as a different persona, sharing their stories and trying to help others, by disseminating,
well,
information and whatnot. Was that you or somebody else?
I've done a lot of research on that and was involved in lots of studies in helping, because that's, what, 10 for over 10 years, I think. I've just pretty much backed away from most of that at this stage in my life, because been there and done that for so long. But you're right, it does help in abuse cases, and I'm pretty sure I probably, given the opportunity, time, and place, I would have said something about that, because in psychology, it's been a wonderful benefit. But also just for storytelling and teachers working with children, and just sharing their stories, it's helped too. This particular product, the whole, the impetus behind it was to help gamers. When you're playing video games and you're concentrating on playing the video game and trying to keep a persona online and maintain your privacy as well, there are many different options. So again, like I said, you can check the particular application out, but that's just another way. It's called a virtual camera application. And so another thing you can do is, as Patricia knows, is through screen share, where you don't have to put your own image online, but you can actually share a screen as the visual element and talk about the screen. So, yeah, all those great things.
And I guess it could help people. Actually, I tell people who are shy, because I'm shy. Crystal said she's shy as well. But it could help to ease somebody into live streaming. Although I think you should
regularly.
Just go cold turkey and just get in there.
Yes, I try anything. I just, I show all different kinds of options, but when you reach that point where, I will tell you why I'm not on camera at the moment, why I chose to do this. One was because of the Easter theme, and it left it open for me to go in a family group where there's lots of grandchildren, great-grandchildren, that what are they going to do this weekend? And I was just thinking about that myself. Is I'm here at a resort
from the Easter Bunny,
right? And so I'm at a resort where I typically, if we can share a screen, I'll show you outside where I would hide eggs and put stuffed bunny rabbits and different characters. I have shared that on my profile before. I'm pretty sure Patricia's knowledgeable of it, but just have it sitting out there so the little kids visiting the resort would come along that area and see that the Easter Bunny had been there. So,
that's cute.
So that was one of the options. But so my choice in that was, I was on the run. My corgis have been out for 2 hours already this morning. We are expecting over 70-degree weather. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. The temperature is rising. And so I was running around taking care of them, getting things prepared for my son, taking care of my groups. And I knew Patricia was coming on, and I hadn't got to see her all week. So I thought, well, I can just jump in as my avatar.
Glad you did. And I thought after seeing the nice little setup that you have for your two little dogs, I thought they were outdoor dogs. They're not?
They're both. um, you know, they spend. My goal was for them to spend their time with me wherever I'm at. Now, if you
Mhm.
recall, here at the resort, I go outside, work from outside in the summertime and late spring and summertime. I put my office out there. That's where I put my laptop. I'm actually working outside.
Mhm.
But one of the reasons I wanted to get 2 corgis this time around is so that when I couldn't give them attention, they were able to play with each other and keep each other from getting bored,
That makes sense.
so
That makes sense.
yeah.
So, just in case Cayenne is watching, he's probably wondering why is there a bunny rabbit on the screen. But if Cayenne is indeed watching, I do recommend that you click on that link. Why not be seen with bunny rabbits? I mean, it's because actually Cayenne has a movie coming out soon, and the sad part is that not the grand opening, what do you call it? The debut premiere was supposed to have been this month. Yeah. So after all that time putting the movie together with his family, his crew is his family. Is that awesome or what? And then, editing and whatever it takes to put a movie together after doing all that, which I'm sure it's got to take more than a year at least to make a movie. I don't know. It's a full length movie.
Yeah. It
And
it all
then
depends.
all to find out that, he had to cancel the premiere because of this. So, so hopefully he's watching, and hopefully he will click and tell us about the alternative. He's got to come up with something because he's got to show the movie somehow. But then the frustrating thing is, I think he was going to make some of his money back with the premiere by having us to pay to see the movie. So, but Barb, you're an expert. You've been out here for a while. There's a way to probably show a movie online and still make money, right? I don't know.
Absolutely. That's a show in itself. It's a long topic that can be covered. But I think that what he should do is actually Google that very easily, because the mainstream players are coming up with that. That's what's happening right now. So
okay.
the opportunity is out there, and all you have to do is Google it. If you have an idea, that's where you start. And that's just how I found out the population of Warren County real quick.
Right. Yeah.
Google it. Well, I hope he can do that, because I'd hate for him to just screen it for free. I mean, I've already seen it because I'm one of the.
I think, and I don't know if he's
consultant. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know.
Yeah, the independent film. Gosh, I was a member of that for so long, but if he starts by Googling, he'll see them come up because they're doing that mainstream, and the independent filmmakers have come up with some stuff too. So so the short answer is absolutely yes, it can be done.
Okay.
And even when it comes to funding issues for us as entrepreneurs and creative projects, is don't ever discount Kickstarter and learn how to use that funding platform. And Kickstarter is doing very well, and people are getting lots of great results from Kickstarter. So I think that, it's just time. Awareness is absolutely essential at this point in time.
Yeah.
The stimulus packages and for entrepreneurs, as well as for not just the self-employed, but for all that's out there right now. If you go to that coronavirus.gov/small business, they take care of us as small business owners there as far as
you write that down.
I put it in your. Didn't I put it in or not? Maybe I just grabbed it for you.
Oh, but I'll just jot it down anyhow. But yeah.
Coronavirus.gov is where our government has decided to collect all that information for us. Also, And then there's also coronavirus.gov. All of us should be going to as
Hey,
Americans.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
guy, what's up?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
tell
I
yeah.
checked with the wife and I said, "Do I look Southern? Because I got the bass on the wall, the fishing poles," and she said, "Yeah, that'll work. You can go."
That's not that talking fish, is it?
Well, if I put the batteries back in,
I would love to see that. Oh my God, the
all of
commercials
them
were so
talk.
bad.
This story started. I'm famous for stories, Crystal. I'm sorry, but she
That's
asked.
okay.
My brother Richard, who passed away a while back, he gave me the singing bass for my birthday one year.
Mhm.
And so the next year, long about August, I said, my birthday's coming up. It's going to be pretty tough to follow up that singing bass because, I mean, it's so awesome. So
Totally.
that's when the trout happened.
Oh,
And
there's a
then,
trout too. Oh my God.
oh,
Wow.
you can't see it because I got a bag of garden stuff, but there's
There should be
trout.
a swordfish.
I have the shark, but you can't see it. The shark's up above.
Wow,
And
baby shark.
he sings Mac the Knife.
Oh, Mac the Knife. Okay,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they're all singing, they're all work.
Mm.
They're good.
What was that, Steve Martin? Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
That's the one.
Anyway, that goes beyond your time. But anyway, go ahead.
So I heard a good thing or I didn't hear it. I read a good thing on Facebook this morning about this, the bug that's going around. How you wear that mask when you're outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I noticed that y'all aren't wearing the mask. I'm talking Southern. I said y'all aren't wearing. Anyway,
Ooh, that was good. That's good.
it falls out. It's just the way I am. Wearing the mask indoors when you're in the house is good too.
No way.
Yeah, it stops you from eating. Think about it. Think about it. Yeah, see, now you know.
That's
If
good.
you put the mask on at 8 o'clock at night and then don't take it off till the next morning, that's a big step in the right direction.
Well, surprisingly, I don't know. Maybe I'm disciplined, but I'm not eating any more than I usually eat. Probably because I work out of my house anyway, so this isn't unusual for me. So, but I bet a lot of people are eating more than usual because they don't know what else to do with their hands.
I saw that on TV, 60 Minutes. They said people are eating more comfort food than they ever did.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Right.
chips and dips and
Mm.
ice cream, all that stuff.
Mm.
Right.
Well, maybe you shouldn't buy it then. Just buy the basics.
Well, I don't go to the store. Well, I take that back. I confess I stopped at the store yesterday. They had asparagus. You know what asparagus is.
Oh yeah, grow it.
68 cents a pound.
68 cents a pound.
Yeah, that's normally like $2.49 and stuff, but this
Mhm.
must have been local stuff. They just scooped it up
Wow.
and
But I
Wow.
noticed even online, there's a lot of stuff for sale right now. There's a lot of buy one, get one sales. People are really, they need our business,
yeah.
Mhm.
And today we get deliveries from Instacart. Are you familiar with that? Instacart delivers from specific stores. So they just added Rite Aid drugstores to our delivery capacity. We used to just have Safeway, Albertsons, and the dog store, Petco, I think it's called. Oh, speaking of pets and comfort food, this is the ultimate comfort food for pets. It's called chicken jerky tenders. It's made by Purina. It's made in America. It's got 2 ingredients: chicken and whatever else. The dogs love it. All I have to do.
Preservative. It's
We
got to
have
have
3
some kind of
dogs.
preservative.
We have 3 dogs
Mhm.
because mom's dog is here, Joy, when she's becoming our dog. And I have to just say, where's Lux? If I say that and I rattle that bag,
Where's
all
Lux?
3 of them come in here like it's Christmas morning and they're getting a new treat.
How about
Oh boy,
that?
oh boy. Oh yeah. So it's called Wagon Train And so if you have that available in your area, I would encourage you to try that, Barb.
I have
See?
different brands. I'm really into that kind of thing, and I have different brands in that. But yeah, I do. I do
Is it
have,
Well,
among many other things.
oh yeah, yeah. I see how you treat those dogs really bad. Uh-huh. You probably eat better than I do.
hey, guy? I can't remember. Aren't you in the Northwest? Or am I wrong?
I'm in Washington State,
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
in the southeast corner of Washington State. Okay, you see in the map, right? And there's Washington State.
Hmm.
So down here in the corner, 10 miles up from Oregon, and 100 miles west of Idaho is where I'm at.
Wow. Idaho.
Walla Walla.
Oh,
It's
Walla
just,
Walla,
yeah, we're the place.
Washington.
Remember in the Roadrunner cartoons, and the coyote would always get some new gadget to catch the Roadrunner with?
Yeah, all the
Oh,
Acme gadgets.
Manufacturing in Walla Walla, Washington. That's it.
Right. And it's
There is
also
there is no
mentioned.
Acme manufacturing, but I want to start one. I think it would work.
Yeah, actually, Walla Walla is mentioned in the Chicago Cubs theme song. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for us. Anyway,
yeah.
there you
And
go.
then and then there's the famous line of Walla Walla Bing Bang, ooh ee ooh
Ooh, ooh,
ah.
bang,
Yeah,
Walla Walla,
yeah.
bing, bang. That's a Witch Doctor by David Seville, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're going
Well,
way back,
it
Crystal.
was done
Sorry,
before the
I'm
Chipmunks.
familiar with
you
that.
are okay.
Yeah,
So,
I heard it done original before the Chipmunks ever made it famous.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, Barb, you are just for our audience. You are in Oregon,
I'm
right?
in Central Oregon, right?
Central Oregon. Okay,
Mhm.
that's so far away. I just can't imagine. Supposedly,
Yeah,
hopefully, this will be over soon because
right.
there's a conference I want to go to in October, and it's in Seattle.
Oh, you'll
And
love
I am
Seattle. Well,
so hoping
there
I can
was a
go because
time
I've
when you
never
would have
been that
loved
far.
Seattle. Right now, I would wait until you get it all clear. Because
Well, October. Hopefully, it'll be over by
yeah,
October.
the other
I hope.
day, the governor here in Washington, he said no more school the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
The my youngest son he's got 9 different companies. One of the companies is the second biggest marijuana dealer in the state. Sells medical marijuana and the other kind of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he was looking to buy a store here in Walla Walla,
Mm-hmm.
right? For like a lot of money. And he called me or messaged me or somehow he let me know the other day the deal's off. They're not going to do that
Mm-hmm.
because he's predicting that if the colleges don't open back up,
Mm-hmm.
right, and everybody goes to doing the studies at home on their computer, and so there's not going to be a population of students in the dorms, etc., then his customer base is gone. So
Okay.
if the population of potential customers goes down, not a good time to own a store.
I guess not.
Yeah. The other thing, now here's what's going on with his store that is open. He's got one up in Tri-Cities in Findlay.
Mm-hmm.
You order your product. Well, there's a lot of people. I didn't know how many there was, but he said there's like 9,000 customers that are medical. They're like seizure disorders and so forth. But anyway, without going into that part of the story, you order online, right? And then you drive your car up. Say, I'm order number 27.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Guy Cook. Here's my email or whatever they give you from the order online. And they have a runner that goes into the store, gets order number 27,
Mm-hmm.
brings it back out, and hands it to you.
Okay.
So you never
you don't have to get out the car.
Right.
They prefer for you to pay with your card online.
Right.
So you're not going to walk up and give the guy $100 bill and say, here's the money for my product.
Okay.
Crazy. And they're advertising all the time for people to do that job, to be the runner that goes from the car to the store and back to the car.
That's a cool job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Alfredo, my friend Alfredo was on yesterday, and he works for Amazon. he said that there's going to be a whole bunch of hiring going on
Oh yeah.
because they need more people in the warehouse. Everybody's ordering still. Again, we have all this pent up cabin fever. People are ordering stuff like mad. So,
Right. And you
so
heard about the
Crystal,
strike, right?
so tell your folks. Yeah, I heard about the strike, but I was going to tell Crystal real quick to tell her folks in Warren County to go to ncworks.gov and try to get some of these jobs. I don't know if you have an Amazon warehouse near you. There is one in my area.
Yeah, they're everywhere now.
Yeah.
So,
They're going to
Yeah,
build
that's
one
the
in
closest.
Tri-City
yeah.
distribution too.
So there's a lot of people out of work, and work is work. My dad taught us that work is work. You don't have to put on airs to feed your family. If you need a job, go get one.
Right.
That's right.
Just saying. Just saying.
Well,
And
it's, you know, my whole lifestyle, nothing has changed for me because I have
Well,
been
you
living.
wear a hat now and your ears are longer. But other
But
than
you
that,
know, when you all
yeah.
met me, I was playing with this because I was working on the
Mhm.
crowdfunding campaign at the
Mhm.
time. But I have pretty much, you know, I only have a little less than half my lungs left to work
Whoa.
with.
Whoa.
Oh, so you're one
It's
of the
permanent
at-risk
scar.
people.
Oh, major. If I caught pneumonia again, it's goodbye.
Not good.
But
Wow.
I've had to spend so much of my life kind of semi-isolated just so that I didn't get sick during flu seasons.
Wow.
You know,
That's
because
serious.
I had, by the time I was a freshman in high school, I was warned if I ever got pneumonia again, I'd be checking out. But I had other, you know, things. Life is what you make it. I don't want to go down that path. Don't feel sorry for me, but it's a thing of I've got this. No,
Mhm.
nobody, you know that. And since particularly, I'm sorry, Crystal, I've known these two folks a long time now, virtually,
Now you know
and
Crystal.
both Guy and Patricia. And we met through a virtual video connection to have
Mhm.
conversation, just like what
Just
we're
like
doing
this. Mhm.
right now. And I came in all sorts of ways because I was working on things at a time, but my connections have been virtual. I've been online working since 1986, full
Nice.
time. Started out with the bulletin board systems, and all we had was text. And we
I
didn't even
remember
have
those.
real time text. We would just have to leave a message, and then they would someone would respond and we would come back later to see how they responded. It wasn't, they didn't drop to the message board real time because even that was a big moment in history for us when we could have real time chat. And
Amazing.
that went out from there to the World Wide Web. There had been educational uses of the web, scientific educational uses of the web, but when the web became mainstream, commercialized, then all of this stuff became more significant. But we've been saying, and Guy's one of those people, we've been saying since way back then, this is where it will be someday, where we are right now. But we just didn't figure out people would be forced into doing it. You know, I mean,
Yeah, for
Not
sure.
with video, but with audio. I beta tested with a guy in the Pacific Rim eons ago, before
Right.
Blab, before anybody even hinted that
yeah.
this was going to happen. He was beta testing this for a company in India, I think it was,
Mhm.
and we could, like, I was on like 300 baud modem
Right.
that long ago, and we could talk. We couldn't see each other. We didn't have
Right.
video. There was no webcam back in those days.
Right.
That's hilarious.
There was audio.
But you didn't have to talk by phone, an analog line. You talked over that modem. And that's what, you know, and I, like Guy, I've been way back in those beta testing days, but it was that connection. So I have had relationships with folks, friendships, what I feel are genuine, real life friendships. And what solidified that is typically if I met someone in person one time, that brought the ultimate, you know, dimension to the whole relationship because, you know, and this is funny because it's distance. We have to keep that social distance. And I'm thinking, I come from a life, of virtual connections. But the one thing we did when we met in person was hug. It was universal as human beings, not kissing and groping each other, but it was just that big bear hug.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that, the last time I was with Patricia on her show, we were talking about ballooning, and that's one of my passions. And the reason the ballooning events are such a big deal is it was where people came from all over the world, were gathered in real life person, and they're all huggers. It's universal as human beings. That if there's kindness, sincerity at the center, at the core of that individual, that just comes as part of the package. You want to do that. It doesn't matter, yes, sir.
How come Crystal is on a narrower picture? Is she on her phone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I was only going to be on for like 5 minutes, and then I was going to leave.
How long ago was that, Crystal? Or have we set the time limit now?
That was at least, 30 minutes ago?
Oh,
I'm amazed Crystal's still here, because yesterday we were talking about all of those connectivity problems, because it's kind of like a rural, small town area, right?
Right. They're working on bringing broadband to Warren County. It's available in little areas, but not as well as it could be. But on that note, I do have to go because I do have a meeting at 1.
Oops.
So
okay.
It's okay. It's good. So thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely, Crystal. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
Okay.
all right. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Now we're all portrait.
Where is she from?
Look at Guy.
Your face. Move your face there to the
Guy,
left. There you go.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Crystal
This is coming from a lady that's dressed up like a rabbit. That my face isn't right. Okay.
Well,
yeah, Crystal is in Warrenton. That's a small town in Warren County, North Carolina, about an hour and so away from me. I live in Durham. I'm in Durham.
Right. Yeah, I had to look up Bull City once. I googled that. I said, "Why is that calling it Bull City? What's?" And then I found out. I'm no spoilers here. I'm not telling.
Yeah, it started with cigarettes, Bull Durham cigarettes, and now we're at Bull City. And in fact, downtown there's a giant bull. And in fact, people dress.
Is it sculpted by the same guy that did the bull for Chicago for the?
Oh, that's a wonderful bull! Wow.
Yeah.
Now this bull doesn't look as fierce.
Yeah.
This bull looks more like your homie.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, people take initiative and dress up the bull. Major is his name, and like right now he's sporting a mask, a giant mask.
Right.
So people dress him up for different things, for different holidays. People just come out of the blue.
There was a picture on Facebook. I don't think I shared it, but somebody had taken. Easter's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have at Easter? Chocolate bunnies, right?
Mm-hmm.
The chocolate bunnies all had a face mask on.
Oh, wow.
So funny.
Wow.
I probably should actually check some of the props I've got. I could put one on. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'd be more involved.
That's amazing that you would be able to do that with that software. How many different faces do you have, or characters? Or
I have a lot. Let me see if I can. If you
one every time I've seen her, I've never seen her.
I've never tried to switch them when I'm live.
Oh,
but let me just see if I can, and we'll check some out. But I start from.
You might have to leave and come back.
Let's see.
That's cool. Yeah.
So that's Maki. And there's various degrees, plus you can customize it. Like,
wow, that is cool.
Like
whoa,
that. Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. Wow.
So, and then gamers like this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Like
That's
anime.
very right.
Right.
Mhm.
And this one you saw, you
I've seen that one. That's scary.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that one.
who is that? That's one of our friends from Blab also.
Okay.
I think who it is, but you've seen it before, I'm sure.
Definitely.
This was one that really got people
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
on Blab when I came
I've
in
seen
as
that
that.
hmm
Yeah.
You've done that one before.
One, yeah. And then
That's cool.
now he takes a little bit longer because see, now his tail comes around too. You see it?
No.
Not yet.
Let me go
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Now
was
can.
probably, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doing that. I have to work on calibrating him. See how it's.
Mhm.
I was
Now, do
talking
you have
about
to
that.
wiggle in the chair to make the tail come out?
So
No. Okay.
no.
Thought maybe you just twist to the side and the tail comes out.
Yeah. And I have this one I used on Blab quite a bit. That was kind of scary too, but I
That was
customized it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
okay.
know, I think that got the guys all real scared one day.
It's wild.
Yeah, but it is
It's
one
wonderful technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
that be and this one is a very popular one. One time,
That's just weird.
it's totally. But that one gamers use a lot too.
Mhm.
So, it's when you can't get out, but
That
just
is
trying.
wild.
I have this is one I have custom ones of this one
Oh, nice.
that I use
Okay.
a lot. I use her a lot, but I have her in custom colors
That
and
Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah. She's got the Oregon look going on though. You know, with the hat. That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
but
That's pretty good.
so I use her, and then there is a teacher. Let's see it, a little granny type teacher wherever she is. I know where I was playing with her, but
Now, have you done any research on your trip to Seattle in October? Some of the things you can't say and you can't do.
No. What can I not say?
I'm glad we caught you. You can't badmouth the soccer team, the Seattle Sounders.
I didn't know there was one. So yeah.
Seattle Sounders are owned by Drew Carey, the guy that's on Price is Right. Yeah,
Okay.
he's the owner. So you don't.
So what happens
badmouth the
if
Sounders.
well, what happens?
Nobody knows. The last guy that badmouthed the Sounders, what happened? We don't know. Something happened.
Wow.
No, I'm
Wow.
kidding. I'm kidding. You know, they always give you those books like When You Go to the South, How to Talk Southern. Well,
Mhm.
I'm talking about when you go
Ooh,
to
that's
Seattle.
cool. That one's cool.
she's my is she moving or not?
Just
She's
a
not
touch.
connecting.
Just a tiny
A little
bit.
bit.
Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Let me see if I can get her to move because
Yeah, her mouth is moving, but not.
yeah, she's scared to death. You're putting me on camera. Oh,
Yeah. Let me see if I can find my info about Seattle because
Oh,
I
and
really
the football team, the NFL football team, the Seahawks. You know, that's
Seahawks. They have a
Yeah.
cool logo.
they
Yeah,
do.
they do. They do have a cool logo. If nothing else, they have a cool logo. I don't know much. I don't follow sports anymore. Okay, so the Lions Summit is the 22nd through the 24th in October at Embassy Suites in Pioneer Square in Seattle.
Stop. Pioneer Square.
Mhm.
You don't go in Pioneer Square when the sun goes down because that's when the monsters come out. No, there's a lot of shootings.
Well,
and
coffee
bad
monsters.
No, monsters. Like there's shootings and stabbings, and all the vampire nasty people come out at dark. Really,
Okay.
don't. When the bars close, there's always some kind of a scuffle that turns into a gunfight.
Well,
I would encourage you.
I don't
not to leave your room.
drink, and then
Yeah.
I'm only going to a conference, so I'm not going to be out that late.
Okay.
So, and I'm from Chicago. It's hard to scare me. But yeah, so that's the only information I have so far. I do want to ride on. I want to ride on a boat.
Okay, ride on the ferry boat.
Yeah, I want to ride on a boat.
And what else?
That's
The
about it.
monorail.
What else does
The
Seattle have?
monorail.
Ooh,
It's-
really?
Yeah, that was built in '62 for the World's Fair when it was in Seattle, and
Right.
they're still
Cool.
maintaining it. Last I knew. Now
I will definitely want to do
assuming
that.
that all the virus stuff goes away, because there won't be
Oh,
a
it's got
monorail
to.
running if
It's
there's
got to. This can't last too much longer. Come on, guys.
well, you know,
Oh my
I did see
God.
a light in the tunnel. New Zealand, who
Mhm.
had locked down everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. They're not beating the curve; they're smashing the curve.
Mm.
Like their
Okay.
number of new cases showing up is way better than anybody else, I guess.
Okay. Well,
So
Crystal, you didn't hear Crystal tell us this, but Crystal said that Warren County is under an actual curfew from 6 p.m. to
oh wow,
9 p.m. 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. An actual curfew.
right.
Yeah. So that's pretty serious.
Well, they've activated the National Guard here in Washington State,
Mm.
but mostly it's been like the press that I'm seeing is they're helping out the food banks,
That's nice.
people that can't get deliveries for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
I'm glad I don't live on like Whidbey Island or something. That's got to
Right.
be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Seattle is where you were first hit. The first
Yeah,
ones to get
yeah.
hit hard.
In
Yeah.
Kirkland, which
Coronavirus.
is a suburb of Seattle proper,
Mm-hmm.
there was a nursing home there where they had like early on in the thing there was like 14 deaths in the state and 13 were from that nursing home
Mm.
or some disproportionate number of fatalities and
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
I've had not hooray me, but I've had a number of internet buddies wanting to know if I'm okay because last they knew I lived by Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I lived on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, I'm okay. I live in God's country, Eastern Washington.
We'll just show them this
It's
video.
beautiful where he lives.
Just show them this video. They'll know you're okay.
Oh yeah, when I talked about how far the borders were, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to cut this short, but I promised my niece she's
Yeah.
going to be online at 1, and it is 1:03, and I can't
Yeah.
remember. I can't remember where to go to find her, so I have to scramble. And
Well, you can get her on Messenger, right?
well, while she's online, I wouldn't want to bother her, you know. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to be doing this every day at noon.
Good idea.
So
I
feel
was
free to
thinking
join
about-
me again.
I was thinking about firing up the French Just Chatting because I still pay for whereby.com
Yeah.
and kicking that in the pants. And I did it the other day, and I talked with Kelvin over in Cambridge, the guy that used to be the co-host with me,
Mm-hmm.
and he showed me how to do 3D pictures off of the phone. So I took a picture, and I can't show you, but
Oh, I did see that on Facebook, though.
oh, the little dog, that's Joy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah, Joy, she's a corker.
So I was wondering when clicking around that picture, so you have a 360 camera, right?
It's not a special camera. It's built into the Samsung Note 10 phone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That you can do that.
okay.
Ask
Because I actually have a 360 camera. I need to break it out and learn how to use it and have some fun with it.
you need to go because you're
My
Yeah.
niece. Oh, yeah, right.
And same here.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Great to
It-
catch up with you guys. Bye
It
bye.
was really fun. Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, Barb. I'll see you soon.
All righty.
Okay. Well, that's it for today, the Bull City Hangout. And was joined by Barb and Crystal and Guy. So much fun. So I'll be doing this again tomorrow. In fact, I'll be doing this pretty much every day at noon. With that, I'm going to go search for my niece, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Be sure to read the Drone Skywriter. Lots of information in there. DroneSkywriter.com.